Wait, no, that's not what I wanted. Fuck, no! I needed electric discharge. Fuck, 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 fuck! God. Whoa, what the fuck? Where am I going? What's going on? I just got turned around there. Fuck, fuck, fuck. I really could use like some health kits or something. I'm out of money? Fuck. It's not good. Where's he at? I need a way to get some health. But this'll work.
What are you waiting for? Hit him with the needle!
God damn it, I hate that he gets that free hit on me. Ow. Hopefully you guys got some money on you. Thank you. Fucking bullshit. Sit the heck down. About to run out of ammo for this. There we go. I don't know how well these anti-personnel rounds will work on him. Don't die, don't die, don't die!
Catch my breath. And I'm gonna bury you.
I think that's his last one. What the hell? Cutscene time now?
I had you built. I sent you topside. I called you back, showed you what you was, what you was capable of. Even that life you thought you had, that was something I dreamed up and had tattooed inside your head. Now if you don't call that family, I don't know what
Defeat
is.
Atlas. Okay. I defeated the Tin Man. The Steel Man. Get him, little sisters. That fight would have been harder if I had less money, less ammo, less everything. I don't like the ferocity of those little sisters, personally. Little sister savior.
They offered you this city. And you refused it.
Yep.
And what did you do instead? What I've come to expect of you. You saved them. You gave them the one thing that was stolen from them.
Life.
Chance. A chance to learn. To find love. To live.
Cool, I became the father of
And
all of
in
these
the
little
end,
girls.
What was your reward? You never said. But I think I know. A family.
Man, I feel great right now. Just because I feel I should be obligated to help show these, I'll show these off. You know, the game didn't require, which I love that in this game. I love that in games. Please, thank you, Bioshock, for not allowing me to skip these if I wanted. I'm gonna give these guys a chance to look at them. But yeah, looks like I'm done with this game, and man, especially the ending part of it made me just feel good, real good. I'm happy. I'm very happy. Feel great, even though the game itself was entirely a very depressing apocalypse. Well, it's not apocalyptic, but collapsing society. The very ending there, you know, made it so as long as you save the little girl throughout the whole thing, it's made you feel good at the end, which I really like that. Made me happy. Well, let's see the game though in general. I love the gameplay. I love a lot of the game. I like it's kind of like it's a free roam but still direction oriented style game, because a lot of games are just either free roam or how do I put it? Free roam or on rails entirely. In this game, it's kind of like a nice mix of the two, and I like how it was set up properly. You know, that mix was nice, like nicely built. You can do what you want. You can go straight if you can go straight along the line. You can backtrack if you want. Now, the only complaint I have with the game is it kind of felt at first like what was the point in that whole issue? The whole point of what happened between it seemed like Ryan was the end goal. And if you didn't listen to any of the audio logs or just laying around beforehand, you wouldn't have really cared about Fontaine, because not much of Fontaine was really mentioned. It just seemed like Ryan's paranoid delusion. Granted, Fontaine became a really big guy as the game progressed, but I kind of just didn't like the fact that they made it seem like it was an end point with Ryan, and then they had you go finish off Fontaine shortly afterwards. They could have easily, because that was like a halfway game point. It just kind of felt really awkward to me how that was set up there, because your goal just instantly changed. It didn't make it seem. They had nothing in there. They could have done it a little bit better story writing wise to make it seem like, okay, you're gonna have to deal with Atlas too afterward. Not Atlas. I mean, Fontaine afterwards too. Without like really telling they could have had what's her name, the German lady. She could be mentioning that like Fontaine's an asshole or Atlas is an asshole, and you have to. She could be bringing that up in her conversations with you, which would have been a good indicator that you'd have to deal with some person named Fontaine afterwards. Make it seem, because the way it was set up, it seemed like Fontaine was dead, and more or less that was kind of their intent. They wanted to show that Fontaine had died and Atlas had taken over. Well, not died directly, but like Atlas is Fontaine. He's this new personality. He's new him, but it's not really him. But that's like what he's trying to portray to the people as. But he's still Fontaine, even though he's trying to pretend to be Atlas, which, in my opinion, they could have done that a little bit better, because it made like first half I'm like, okay, Fontaine is dead, okay, whatever, or Fontaine's not there because he doesn't seem like a big player at this point. It's just you versus Ryan with the help of Atlas, who is trying to stop Ryan, and he's trying to be a good guy, and then the one German person who's trying to help him. But the writing on that was a little off. They could have made it so that Fontaine or Atlas was going to seem a little more like you'd have to deal with them a little bit later. Probably directly just call him Fontaine. Say like, oh, this is make it seem like he's still alive. Because the way this portrayed it, it seemed like Fontaine was dead, long dead, is what it felt like to me when I was playing the game. But that's just me. It could be somebody else. But in general, though, I really like the gunplay. I really like how the plasma system is set up. I like the little sister, the Gatherer's Garden locations. I like how you had to either harvest or protect the little sisters. I like how to get weapon upgrades. You have to find those machines to get resources. You can do multiple different ways to get them. You can kill people. You can create them at UN vents. You can buy them from the machines. You can hack stuff. Hacking minigame, I wish they would have had a couple different types of hacking minigames, but I'll accept the one they had. It was good enough. It was a decent hacking minigame. It got repetitive as time went on, but hey, whatever. It was fun. So in general, I'd give this game pretty high marks for a game. I don't really have any big problems with it, minus the story had some little issue there when it, kind of just seemed all out of the blue. Okay, it seemed like, the end game was going to be when you killed Atlas, Not Atlas, I mean, when you killed when you killed Ryan was what it seemed like that was going to be the end game, but in reality you had to go and deal with Atlas as well afterwards. Well, not Atlas, but, what's his name? Fuck it, that guy. My brain is losing it right now. But they could have done that a little bit better. But all in all, I'd say this is pretty good. They did a great job at making their environment. Outside of that, the only section I didn't really like that much was probably the part with where you had to go deal with Patricio, whatever his name is. he had to go deal with the artist dude. He kind of just seemed completely unnecessary to have him there. But then again, you know, they still had more game they had to do, and it was a way to introduce a way to, you know, set the world, which I liked. I do like how the fact this game is very good at creating its world, despite how it's supposed to be more of an on-rail kind of game. It's very good at creating its world, and how with through the audio logs, through the visual effects of the world. And in my opinion, games that do that, I really like it when games do that, when they create a world that's interesting and fun to go through and play and explore. I had a lot of fun doing that, despite the fact that I wanted, you know, an example of this, how, you know, I was having a lot of fun just exploring the world was, even though after I beat Ryan, I kind of just wanted to end the game and go home, you know, in the game, you just finish it off. I still had a ton of fun running around and exploring the game world. You know, finding resources, of course, it's always fun, and exploring the game world in general, which is a big thing for me. I really like that. It made the game a lot more fun. A lot of fun. I personally might go and try to play the game sometime where I might record a future session at some point in time. I highly doubt it, but I highly doubt it will happen in, you know, soon or in a while, but I might eventually record going through and then just being a total dick to the little sisters and harvesting all of them and seeing how the game progresses. I'd be interested to see how that happens. But ultimately, I'm really good with the way it was set up. The way I played out, it gave me an option to be good, and I like games that, based on your actions throughout the game, determine how you, you know, based on key actions throughout the game, it determines ultimately the way the game plays out and what the ending is going to be. The two things I don't, you know, I like games like that, but then again, I also find it really annoying when games make it so like, oh, you kill one person, you fuck yourself over hardcore, you know. One person maybe, you know, like, you know, you kill one person directly that's just a random mook, like a random splicer, and you get fucked over hardcore. I hate it when that happens, but, you know, you're like, oh, hey, whatever, you kill, you know, you harvest his little sisters. Obviously, these are characters you're not supposed to do that to. It's be morally wrong. Therefore, you fuck yourself over in the end game. You make it harder for yourself. Well, not harder for yourself, but you ultimately, like, change the ending of the game. I really like that. I don't like it in games when they do, like, okay, do you want to save this guy or kill him? You know, that's just like, or, you know, do you want to, help this person or harm them, or other random stupid shit like that. You just like, okay, throughout, you know, you just given that moment in the game, just randomly here and there, where you get to make a choice, and it ultimately decides where you're going with. I'm okay with that. It's better than, you know, just no choices whatsoever to determine the end game. But I really feel like a consistent system, like what was done in this game, where you have to consistently go through the game and make these choices continually to be good or bad, is much better than just like the occasional one or two times here and there where you get to make a decision, and you know, where you make a decision to decide whether or not it's good or bad. And I also hated, especially like for instance, Far Cry 3. What they did was they had the system where you basically ultimately decided whether or not you at the very end, okay, do I want to save my friends or kill them? It's just like, okay, that's stupid. Spoiler on that, but I should mention spoiler on it. It's like stupid at the like very end, very last moment. You want to do this ending or this ending? It's like, what's the fucking point? Now, games, you know, they can do that. For instance, Singularity, I played that game earlier. That game pulled that off well. That ending system there, they pulled that off pretty well. And I like how they did that. But yeah, I just like how this game was set up of continual choices throughout the game that weren't 100% necessary to create, weren't 100% necessary to do. But if you did it, it would make your life a lot easier or harder, depending on how you exactly played it. So, all in all, I give this game great marks, and since I played Bioshock Infinite earlier on my channel, and I want to compare this game to that, I'll just say this much. Bioshock 1, or this Bioshock directly, I like it a whole lot more than I like Bioshock Infinite, because Bioshock Infinite didn't feel like an RPG to me. Well, it kind of did a little bit, but it more or less felt like a straight on-rails first-person shooter, whereas this felt like a semi-sandbox, well, not semi-sandbox, but, you know, semi-exploratory first-person shooter. Anyways, yep. So I'm going to end it right here. Rasmus L Greco signing out. I love this game. Give it high marks. Couldn't really give you a 9 to 10 scale. If I was, it'd probably be very high, but very fun, and I'm looking forward to... I'm going to take a bit of a break and play some non-Bioshock games, but I plan on soon playing Bioshock 2 and beating that game, and then I'll go beat Bioshock Infinite again. But yep, Rasmus L Greco signing out, and I'll talk to you all later. Hope you enjoyed this playthrough, and I hope you enjoyed the ride. Bye-bye.